Welcome, Year 7. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mr. Owen, Head Teacher, Stockport School. I would have loved to have welcomed you here this week in person to come and visit Stockport School and to get a flavour of it before you start properly with us in September. Unfortunately, of course, we've not been able to do that this year, which is saddening really. We would have liked to have done that. We will, of course, plan really well for you to come and start with us in September, and you need not fear. We've got great plans ahead of us for when you start in September, inducting you well so that you've got time to make new friends, get to know the school, so that you don't get lost, so that you feel really comfortable with things before you get into lessons. So no need to panic. We want you to relax, enjoy the summer, and have great, nice thoughts about joining us in September. My colleagues, the staff at Stockport School are really looking forward to welcoming you, and I know they've got a number of messages to share with you over the next few weeks before you start with us in September. So what I want to say right now is enjoy your summer, get plenty of rest, get prepared, and we will welcome you here with us at the start of September. Have a great summer, Year 7.
Hello to all new Year 7s here at Stockport School. My name is Mrs McNicholls and I'm the SENDCo. SENDCo stands for Special Educational Needs Coordinator. This is my office and you can find me here. I'm always happy to help. At Stockport School we have a large range of teaching assistants. They help children in class and also outside of class. We're also really lucky that we have a wide range of support available for you from outside of our school. Some of you may get visits from the autism team. They visit us every week. We also get support from the Learning Support Service every week too. Some of you might also get support from the Sensory Support Service. They help children with hearing or visual impairments. My role is to help children and their families throughout their time at Stockport School. I also work really closely with the Pastoral team. They're like heads of year. And together we make sure that you have the right support in place to make sure that you succeed. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all and welcoming you to our lovely Stockport School family in September. See you soon.
Hello Year 7, my name is Mr. Williamson and I'm the Director of Progress for Year 7. So I lead the Year 7 team, so I'm really sorry that we can't have this chance to get to know each other before September. We would have loved to have had you in on induction day on Thursday, but we didn't really get the chance because it's been a bit of a difficult time, a challenging time for all, but we're really excited to see you, and in September just know this, that we will have an extended period of time where we get to know you, you get to know your forms. And your form tutors. My aim is basically over the next 12 months is to get to know you and what makes you tick. That's my aim, is to find out your name, a little bit about you, and in the induction process and across the whole of the year find out what works for you and see whether we can support you and encourage you to kind of fulfill your potential. I'm going to hand over to Mrs. Clarkson now, who's going to give you a little bit more information, not only about herself and what she does and the amazing work that she does, but also about what's going to happen in September. I'll see you soon.
Hello, and a warm welcome to Year 7 class of 2020. My name is Mrs. Clarkson and I am the Pastoral Manager for Year 7. I'm a non-teaching pastoral manager, which means I'm available throughout the day for all the Year 7 students. I'm also available for parents and carers if they need to contact me throughout the school day. Now I know we've been living in really strange times recently, and I hope that you've all managed to have some fun and quality time at home with your families alongside doing your schoolwork. A lot of the Year 6 teachers have been in touch with me and have remained in touch with me over the last few months, so I'm aware that many of the Year 6 students have returned to their primary schools for the last few weeks of the summer term, and I really hope that's going well. I would imagine that you've been quite disappointed that you've not been able to have your induction day this year. It was supposed to take place on the 2nd of July. We were really gutted that we couldn't do that for you, but I don't want you to worry. you will get your induction day. Your induction day will just happen a bit later this year, and it will be on your first day at Stockport School in September, and it's going to be really exciting. You are going to find out who your form tutor is and which tutor class you are going to be in. And we're not going to throw you into lessons straight away. We're going to give you the first few days to get to know your form tutor, get to know your classmates, and make some real good friendships along the way. When you do eventually go into classes, you're not going to be left on your own. You're going to have lots of support. You'll have myself, my colleague Mr. Williamson, the Director of Progress for Year 7, and all the staff and students at Stockport School. We will give you a school planner and a school timetable to help you with your organisational skills. You will be going into classrooms that are specialist classrooms taught by specialist teachers. For example, for science, very different to primary school, you'll be going into science labs. We have workshops for woodwork, metalwork and graphics. We have specialist IT rooms for computing. We have a music block at Stockport School dedicated to music with amazing technology. We have a drama studio where you could possibly learn how to do the lighting and sound for productions. And I would imagine that many of you have visited Stockport School previously and possibly even been to see some of our music, our musical and our drama productions. The biggest part of my job is to make sure that you are safe and happy at Stockport School. That's my role, that's what I'm there for. And my colleagues and I are working really, really hard all over the summer holidays, planning and making sure we get everything right for you for when you join us in September. So as the sign says behind me on the wall, Hakuna Matata means no worries. That's what I want you to try and practice over the summer holidays. And I really hope that our virtual tour of Stockport School and meeting and seeing the staff on our virtual tour will help you feel more settled and confident and happy when you come to join us at Stockport School. Have a lovely summer holiday.
So, I'm just going to simplify things. I'm going to ask 3 simple questions. I'm going to give you the answers to those questions. These are the things that if I was in your position, these are the things that I would want to know. The first question is, where do I come into school in September? Well, there are 2 main pedestrian gates for you to come into. One, which is on Lake Street, and when you come in, you will go around the field across the front of the school, and you'll meet probably on the tennis courts in September. The other one is on Mile End Lane, the main pedestrian gate, which is where most of our students seem to come in, right next to the tennis courts. Once you come in there, you'll be directed to wherever you're meant to be on that first few days. The next question is, where do I go if I need help? The reality is, at some point you may well feel a little bit anxious, a little bit stressed, maybe you're maybe a little lost over the first few weeks. Where do I go if I need help? Well, one of the places you're going to come is the office that me and Mrs. Clarkson live in for most of the time, is the Pastoral office on the main maths corridor. We will be giving you plenty of tours over that first few days, but the main place you're going to come if you're in trouble or you're struggling in some way, shape or form, or if you're going to get some rewards, is Mr. Williamson and Mrs. Clarkson's office on the main maths corridor, the Year 7 team. Another place that you could go is Mrs. McNicholls' office, which is the SEN office, just off the main corridor on the way to the hall. Another place, if you maybe have been injured or ill, is the first aid office. If you're going to be paying any sort of bills or you've got any questions about Wise Pay, you would go to the finance office right next to the main office. Opposite the main office, if you've come in late or you've had a medical appointment or something like that, there's the attendance office where Miss Shaw and Mr. Crosby are based just either side of the main stairs. And for many of you, and I know when I was your age, this would have been the most important question, is where do I eat and where do I play? Where do I go at break time if I'm having food? Well, things are a little bit unsure at the moment in terms of how the food situation is going to work, so we'll give you more information about that over the summer. But we have a number of different canteen or food options available going forward. Where do I play? We've got the tennis courts, we've got the main field, which is out of action for some of the winter months when the grass gets a little bit too wet and a little bit too muddy, but for the most part, we should be able to enjoy the field for a few months yet. We've got the cage area, we've got a concrete area near the cage, and we've got the main school playground. There's one place that when you get older in school you will be allowed to go, which is the quad, but unfortunately year 7s aren't allowed in the quad at breaks and lunch. So, year 7, because that's what you are now, we've taken that step up. We're year 7 at Stockport School, and we're so excited to see you, so excited to get to know you. I hope you've got a little bit more information about the school. I hope you've had a little bit of that stress and that worry taken off your shoulders, because that's what we want to do in the build-up. If you have any questions, please do feel free to get mum, dad or carer to email us in, and we will do everything we can over the summer to try and make it a little bit less stressful for you. We will have that extra time in September. You will get your induction day on your own. Therefore, you won't have to worry about other year groups. That's the most important thing, is to give you that time to settle in and enjoy yourself. Make the most of the fresh start, enjoy your summer holidays, and we look forward to seeing you in September.